Hey guys, what's up? So, over these next couple of days, we are entering into phase one, which talks about mobility, alignment, stability, and range of motion. So, with the mental performance aspect, we're going to start off with mental stability in this episode. So, what is mental stability? All right, mental stability is your ability to become self aware of yourself, also aware of your environment and what's around you. Not only are you aware, but you're able to process what things are relevant and beneficial for you in that moment and what things aren't, okay? So it all deals with your focal point, what you focus on. When we consider performance, everything is thought driven, okay? Whether we're taking a test, whether we're at the free throw line trying to shoot a free throw, or whatever that may look like, it's all about your focus first, okay? And again, it is thought driven. So what type of thoughts can you be aware of that's going to benefit you, okay? Those are the ones that we want to accept. So when we look at internal processing and internal awareness, that's what's going on with inside of you. No one else can see that, okay? So from the outside looking in, we have no clue. So you're paying attention to the thoughts that you're having, whether they're negative or positive. You're paying attention to how your body feels from the head down, okay? You're also paying attention to your symptoms, your heart rate. You get what I'm saying? Your lung expansion, all of those different type of things. When we talk about external awareness, again, that's what's in your environment, okay? So what you can see, these are the things that you can see and everyone else can see around you. So when you are performing, what things make sense for you to focus on, okay? If I am shooting a free throw at the free throw line, and I keep going back to sports because I was an athlete. So when I'm at the free throw line, if I'm listening to what people are saying amongst me, if I'm listening to what the crowd is saying, those are not good focus cues. I don't need to focus on that. I need to reject those things, okay? So again, it's all about being able to accept and reject the stimuli that you encounter that's going to benefit your performance and make you become greater at whatever you are performing at. So, for example, there are two athletes that I am going to talk to you about. The first one is Kobe, R.I.P. Kobe. He was the greatest. He was the perfect example of a person with mental stability. No matter what happened around him, no matter what he was feeling, he was always able to dominate the game. And the way he was able to do that was through mindfulness and also understand how to shift his focus points. So that means if he was focusing on something that wasn't beneficial to him, he learned how to shut it down and focus on those things that were going to be able to benefit him and enhance his game within the moment. Okay? The next example, his name is Nick Anderson. He is actually known for mental instability. He missed 4 free throws during a clutch game. All he had to do was make one, and they would have won the series. But he didn't. He missed all 4 free throws. And ever since that moment, his game has never been the same. He went from a 70% free throw shooter to a 40% free throw shooter. So that tells you right there that while he was at the line, there was a lot of mental instability. There were things that he was focusing on. There was probably negative things that he was telling himself. His heart rate was probably up. His mind was probably all over the place, right? And the reason why he was mentally unstable was because he wasn't able to accept or reject the stimuli that was going to help him or harm him. So I want you guys to take a look at these clips and kind of keep that in mind as you watch these 2 different clips, one from Kobe and one from Nick Anderson.
For me, it's really just listening to my inner self. I mean, that's basically it. Like you sit in silence and you just allow these thoughts to come forward, and you get a chance to observe the self and things that may be lying beneath the surface that if you don't have that time to sit quietly on your own, you'll never pay attention to. Because if you think about it, like the reality is we're paying attention to so many things that are going on around us. We're constantly taking selfies, we're constantly taking pictures to post on Instagram and all these other things, and we're constantly observing everything that's around us, but we don't take the time to really observe what's going on inside of ourselves. And that's what meditation is for me. In 2000, we had a new head coach that came to the Los Angeles Lakers by the name of Phil Jackson. And Phil was just coming off of winning 6 championships with the Bulls. And he was really big on mindfulness and really big on meditation. And it wasn't an option for us. So we'd sit in our film room and he'd turn the lights out and we would meditate as a group. and he'd teach us mindfulness. And it really connected with me because he was teaching mindfulness through something that I was extremely passionate about, which was the game of basketball. So it was told through the lens of, this is going to help you here. And so I had this curiosity about it. And that was my introduction to meditation. And then seeing the poise that we played with, the fact that we can be in a hostile environment with fans yelling and screaming and pressure situations, and it having no effect on us, because we were never too high, never too low. We were just in the moment, and felt very secure in who we were.
The smallest player on the floor, Kenny Smith, had reached inside position. He couldn't handle it, but the Rockets have hurt themselves on both boards.
Nick Anderson making his first appearance at the line, usually a dependable free throw. Shooter. The Magic with all kinds of difficulties at the line this season, particularly in fourth quarters. Today, though, Orlando 12 of 15 at the line. And Anderson missing on both, but gets to the rebound and again draws the foul. Picks up the foul, and Anderson, a 70% free throw shooter, will shoot 2 more.
Well, everybody flat-footed, and Mario Elie came inside, but just stabbing at it, and the Magic get a huge break here after 2 Nick Anderson misses. Team anyway, they were going to do it by committee, and another miss by Nick Anderson.
Well, the 3 to make 4 rule, that's in effect, I believe, yes. And he misses 4 straight. The Rockets take a timeout with 5 and 6/10 seconds remaining.
Well, Nick Anderson had just missed 2. Penny Hardaway can't even look because he knows Nick is struggling. And now, this is where the mind really starts to play tricks. You've missed 3 in a row. You want to make sure you just get it up there, and it's too hard off the back iron. And the reaction of Nick Anderson, knowing that if he had just made one of those, it would have given the Magic a hammerlock.
All right, now that you guys have watched those 2 clips, what this clip also shows you, and what I'm going to add to it, is decision-making in the moment. Again, as I previously said, you have to make the decision to accept or reject certain internal stimuli and external stimuli in order to benefit you and your behalf, okay? So being able to make those decisions in the moment, whether you have 5 minutes to make a decision or whether you have 30 seconds to make a decision, when you're mentally stable, it creates flow, okay? And flow means it's an automatic processing. It's not too much thinking about it. You know what works for you, you know what doesn't work for you, and you're going to go with clearly the option that works for you, and there's no second guessing about it. So you're in that flow. The more you flow, the more you succeed. The more that you align yourself with purpose, also you align yourself with success. So always be mentally stable, be aware of yourself internally and externally, and learn how to process those things, and always pick the thing that works for you, whether it's a thought, whether it's something that you see, and what you can learn, okay?